All right, good morning. Hey, I want to take a minute and talk about something here. It's kind of on my mind right here because I talk to people who hunt a lot that maybe don't hunt areas that are got the game that we have, or for whatever reason, and they get discouraged real easy. And especially people that's new to one of these, they'll get started on this and maybe have a few missed opportunities or no opportunities at all, because they're used to hunting with long-range weapons, and now when it tightens up, it's tough. And so it's easy to get discouraged, is what I'm getting at. So the way you overcome this is, number one, is you got to do what you want to do. If you're hunting with one of these just because you think it's cool and it ain't really what you want to do, you're not going to have fun and probably won't be successful. But if this is what you want to hunt with, and even if you're a rifle hunter and you go into a compound, that's tougher. You've cut that distance down that you've got to be. And it takes commitment. And it's got to be because that's what you enjoy. You just to do it, you'll get discouraged pretty quick. And so that's what this video is about, is having a winning mindset. And even if in times when game is scarce or things have changed, which is my case for this year, you have to have that winning mindset, or you might as well take up golf, because them balls out there all the time. So let's talk about that for a minute. All right, I'll give you an example just from my hog hunting this year, 2024. This is February maybe 8th or 9th or something, and I've not taken a critter yet. I've been hunting 6 evenings, usually 2 or 3, 4 hours in the evenings, not all day hunts, all public land hunting, and I'm hunting hogs walking. And so the first time I went, I almost got one. I mean, I was close enough to shoot. And if you hunt with bows before, I had hogs under 15 yards and some stuff, and one ended up seeing me. I was standing up too tall and silhouetted, and one saw me, and then that ruined everything they got going. So, I almost had a really close call, and that builds my confidence. I mean, I may not have got a shot, but I'm into hogs, getting them in range, and sooner or later, if you keep stabbing at it, it'll work. Well, then the next 3 times I went, I had a combined out of 3 times right at 20 miles walking. That's right, 20 miles walking in 3 evenings. And didn't see a hog, and really didn't get in very much fresh sign at all. It was discouraging. And this is what I'm talking about. I could keep on going back to them places and walking, and I ain't gonna see no sign, because it's due to acorn, is what it's due to the acorns, lack of acorns. And the pigs are up in the pines in places that are really not stalkable for the kind of hunting I do. It's so thick. And so I could get discouraged and say I ain't got a prayer, and just like any other problem, I could dwell more on the problem than put more thought into how to fix it. And so that's what I did. I started paying attention. I know that, okay, if acorns are what's affecting my hunting right here, lack of acorns, then, and let me explain that to you real quick. Water oak acorns are a staple here. When they fall, and there's some trees that eat immediately during September, but some trees have so much tannic acid, they leave them alone, they don't bother them. But then when winter hits, you get December and January, them acorns are still there. And I'm talking about hogs now. They will flock to them trees then. They'll flock to them big water oak bottoms, and they'll be on those acorns. The tannic acid has left them, and then the cold weather has pushed them to eat so bad that it don't matter if it tastes good or not. You know what I'm saying? So but I don't have that this year, and it puts them in open bottoms where they're stalkable. Not open, but you can see them and get in there on them. So this year, no acorns and all, and I'd already walked 20 miles in 3 days and hadn't seen anything or fresh sign. I decided to go somewhere where the acorns possibly made, or they wasn't so dependent on them, which would be like a coastal hog, or hogs where there's mostly pines and acorns are not the staple food. So I went on my 4th hunt, and to a brand new place, and I hunted for about 3 hours and had a hog at 7 yards. I almost got a shot. If I'd have had 5 more seconds before the other one smelled me, I'd have probably got that hog. I don't do a lot of missing at 7 yards. And then I went back on my 6th hunt, which was yesterday, the next day, and got on hogs 2 times and had some within 25 yards. The wind got me, but I was getting stalks. And this is my point to this. Had I dwelled on the problem and whined and cried and kept going back doing the same thing at the same places, I wouldn't even seen a hog, more than likely. Wouldn't have had no chances, and my hunting morale would have been killed. And so, and I'd have been, if you'd have been a newcomer doing this, it easily made you go pick up the gun again. But I'm a committed, this is what I love to do. But by changing up and trying to solve my problem instead of cry about it, I was able to put myself in pretty good spots to almost get some meat in the freezer. And almost is another word for starving to death. But we're getting there. I feel really confident, and I'm chomping at the bit to go hunting. And got to go to work now, but after my days off, we're going to be after them again, Lord willing. So that's one of the things I'm talking about, is having a mindset to solve your problems in life, at work, or in the woods, and don't cry about them. Figure out what's working, what's not working, and keep going at it. If it's something you want to do, or say work in life, something you have to do, then fix it. Have a winning mindset. You can't be negative. No team ever won the Super Bowl trying not to lose. They went there to win. And that's how I approach my hunting. I go there. I didn't walk 20 miles in 3 trips, dry hauls, trying not to kill one. I went out there after them. They just were not to be found. And I didn't keep busting my head against the wall. Like I said, I changed things up. And I made my last 2 videos is where I went out of the box. And it's, as you can see in those videos, we had some pretty close calls, and it was fun. And that's the whole key to it, is fun. And but it is a mindset that you have to have. All right, so let me tell you some of my logic in hunting right here. It's I've said this before, and some people had asked me about deer hunting on some podcasts. I would rather drive a long ways, an hour and a half, and hunt a place where there's a lot of deer and my opportunities are going to be much greater than drive to that place that's 15 miles down the road where I've hunted 3 or 4 times and ain't seen nothing. And that's the case here. I can hunt these places where I hunted 3 days, 20-mile walk. I can get to them really quick from the house here. The places that I'm hunting the last 2 times is right at an hour and a half drive. And so, naturally it comes to if you can afford the gas or whatever, but already planning on fixing my lunch for work instead of buying it, and that pays for my gas right there. You can save money and manage ways to do this kind of stuff if you want to. Granted, we're not paupers, and I could buy the gas anyway, but my conscience won't let me take money that we put in the bank to spend, extra like that. So my point is, you can work around, and if that's what you need to do, you can do it. Instead of going hunting on a couple of evenings trip driving that far, if you can, don't go until you can save up a whole day and make that whole trip worth that. So, have a positive mindset, be willing to get out of the box, and put yourself in opportunity. I love to go hunting. I love walking around with this bow right here, shooting these judo arrows out here, having fun. That's the thing about pig hunting with one of these. I can walk around and practice and shoot and pray and read the Bible and just enjoy, have a big time. And then, I might shoot a pig too, So it's, and now going to these new places, I'm in explorer mode as well. And you guys know there's something about being places you've never been. It's so much fun seeing what's around the next corner. It's really cool, really cool. So, and I mentioned pray. I've seen people that prayed to kill an animal. Said, man, I prayed to kill a deer today. I'll never do that. That's crazy. You pray for the opportunity. Thank you, and you pray in thanks, not asking. You thank the Lord for the opportunity. You thank the Lord for the help to have you out there. And I pray that if I get a shot, that I don't wound the animal. But it's like praying to win a ball game. You never pray to win a ball game. You just be thankful that you're able to play. And that's being greedy. That's asking too much. You be thankful for your opportunities, but when it comes to an animal's life, or you pray for safety, Lord, take care of me, Lord, and keep me safe. But you don't ever pray to to shoot something. And I had one guy said that. He said, why don't you pray to shoot one? That's embarrassing to even let that go through your head. So don't do that. You never ask God for something like that. He's already give you way more than you deserve. So that's my, I said this because I've seen so many people get down and struggle with their hunting. And they, you know, and it takes the fun out of it. I mean, and I commend people who live in places. I'm fortunate to have places with game that I hunt just right here around the house. The critters are still there. They just not in stalkable places. And, you know, I could keep stabbing at them. I mean, I did a 20-mile walk in 3 days hunting in my normal places in the swamps. The pigs are not there. They up in the thick pines, and I didn't go back in there and waste any days hunting them up in there simply because it's so hard to get on them and be successful there. So I just, you know, I know this, so I didn't waste my time. I got out of the box, and I'm hunting in places that are, like I said, I was 7 yards of one the other day and should have got him. But I'll tell you what happened. I got on a group of hogs. They were coming to me. I took a knee and behind some cover. One came to my right, and he hit an opening. You know, he was in a thicket. I had an opening about this big at 7 yards, and I could see his elbow. I should have shot him, but I hesitated because you know, you got to shoot him through a bush or let him take 2 steps and shoot him wide open. You know, I wanted a wide open shot. And when they had come to me, they had split. Another hog was behind me, and my wind was like that, and it outrun the other one as far as passing me and caught my wind and let out that let's get out of town grunt, and they all split. So that's what happened. But anyway, I was on hogs, and you keep stabbing at it, and you know, you get opportunities. You'll eventually shoot one. Y'all keep the good Lord first. And one other thing I got to clear up. Guys keep asking me about spotted hogs. I keep talking about spotted hogs. I had that bow that the guy made with the pipe, Rusty Crane, and I said, well, this thing will shoot it. If anything, it'll kill a spotted hog. And I've been cracking about spotted hogs being dumb. And the whole story behind this, if you've been catching any of them cracks in my videos, is my buddy James. He is a killer. He's killed, I think he killed 23 animals, big game animals, with a self bow last year. His first year hunting with a self bow. He's hunting with trad bow. He's quite successful. But he killed like 5 or 6 spotted hogs in a row. And I've been cracking on him. I told him they're easy, they dumb, easy to kill. You start killing them black hogs, it's kind of like ninjas. You'll be impressing me then. And so that's what those spotted hog cracks are about. Are they dumber than the rest? Yes, they are. But that's if you hear some spotted hog jokes right there, some guys take me serious and they were wondering what I was talking about. But I'm picking at my buddy James. That's an inside joke. So Mr. Owl has been teaching him a whole lot, so pretty soon he'll be able to shoot some black hogs probably. Y'all keep the good Lord first. See you next time.